Okay. Well, it is 9 o'clock, everybody, and just wanted to go ahead and get us started so we stay on time. My name is Harlequin Murray. I am your co-host this evening, as I am every Monday night. This is Ellen Wynn's Team Zoom. Most everybody on here is on Ellen's team or they are an invited guest. If this is your first time joining us, we welcome you. We're excited that you're here with us and looking forward to getting to know you. But just to, for those of you who are new, a little bit of introduction about Ellen. She is my personal sponsor. So there's several people that are on my team that are also on her team. But anyway, a little bit of her background. She grew up in Dallas, Georgia, which is where she lives today. It's a suburb outside of Atlanta. And when she got out of school, she went into the restaurant industry, worked there for many years, worked her way up in Domino's corporate arena, working as a district manager and a training manager. But after a while, she was like, you know what? I think I can do this and I can do it on my own. So she opened up her own pizza restaurant and actually had 2 locations that she had opened. So she's been in the spot where our business owners have been with trying to juggle everything and juggle money and all those fun things that go along with running a business. But she also was introduced to the network marketing world. And whenever I met her, she was the national training director for the company that we were in, and I was one of her team members at that point in time. And that's how I met her about 18 years ago, almost 19 years ago now. But she has been with DAC for almost 6 years, and um, actually, no, she's been with DAC, yeah, almost 6 years. But she is one of the top leaders in our company, and I am super proud and excited to say that I'm on her team, and so are most of you, and looking forward to hearing what she has to say for this evening. So, Ms. Ellen, go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Harlequin. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys that are here live. If I have turned your camera off, it's because you had things going on in the background, like a fan that was distracting. So I turned your video feed off. But we're glad you're here. We do this Zoom every Monday, giving you an opportunity to pick up some tidbits of things that I want to share, or Harlequin, and also give you an opportunity to ask questions and get your questions answered. If there's something that has been covered or not covered and you don't quite understand it, this is a great format for you to do that. I know we have our Zooms during the week with our CEO and founder, David Rutz, but he doesn't always open up for Q&A, and sometimes you may not be able to be there because it's during the week, during the day, and most of you probably have a full-time job. So you're not always able to attend those daytime Zooms, okay? All right, so I'm going to get us into screen share mode and go through the information that I prepared for tonight. Harlequin, are you seeing that slideshow? Awesome. Okay, so a real quick run through for those of you that have not been here before. I always love doing that refresher on who DAC is. This business is free, so we give you a simple business, and it is very simple. Most people complicate it, but it's simple and without any risk. DAC is an 8-year-old company based out of Michigan, and we have a proven track record. We've been profitable every year. Our foundation is laid, solid foundation. We've got some phenomenal services that we're marketing, and now we're evolving into phase 2. We're poised for massive growth. If you're a self-starter and if you are self-motivated and are looking to create a significant side income, or maybe even turn this into a full-time business, you can do that inside the protection of the DAC umbrella of services, where you'll be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Now, building your DAC business You can earn a significant income from personal client acquisition, and you can even earn more if you want to build a team. So that leads me into our top recruiters for the week. And this is the week of 325 through 331, where I led the pack again, second week in a row, with 3 new agent recruits for the week. And in second place, we had a tie between D'Anthony Thomas and Mark Politi, each of those with 2 new recruits. So congratulations, D'Anthony and Mark, for being on the leaderboard yet again. Both of these guys were on there with me last week. All in all, when I look at the team, we had 25 agents who had at least 1 new recruit last week. We're doing okay, but we're not doing great. We need to be posting bigger numbers on the recruiting side, and we also need to be turning up the numbers on our client acquisition. Okay, Harlequin, if you'll keep an eye on videos, I just turned another one off over there that had a lot of activity going on in the background. Okay, so staying up to date on our services. Guys, we've got more training on services, what to do, what to say, and everything you can imagine service related. But it's important that you stay up to date on new updates, or you may run into a new circumstance when you're talking to a client, right? So we give you opportunity on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday every week. Tomorrow, healthcare. I'm leading those Zooms where we're talking about healthcare with our Clearwater healthcare plans, and we also talking about the flat fee RX. So now under my leadership on that Zoom, I can talk about both. Previously, a few weeks ago, we had the Clearwater team talking about it, and he wasn't able to talk about the flat fee RX, but now we can talk both. So I encourage you to be there 11:30 Eastern time at daczoom.com. On Wednesday, we'll have a funding update from our senior funding director over at the Bank Breezy partnership with Wade Cordell. And then on Friday, we'll have an agent update from our CEO and founder, David Rutt. So you want to make sure that you either attend those or at least come back and catch up on the replay. One thing, a tip I'll give you on the replay, all of these are posted on Zoom. And if you don't know it or not, there is a little radio dial or that little wheel icon at the bottom of every video on YouTube. You can click on that and open it, and it gives you an option to adjust the playback speed. If it weren't for that, I don't know how I will get through so many videos, but a lot of times I'll be on a live video and then I come back and I want to watch it again, and I'll put it on 1.75 playback speed because I'm hearing it, or maybe I'm looking for something in particular, right? So that's a great way for you to speed through some of the information that we have, unless it's one of those that you really need to dive into the training and pay close attention, like the new training that I just put out yesterday. And I'll cover that in just a second. But tomorrow is our first Tuesday of the month. So every first Tuesday, we do 2 Zooms on that Tuesday evening. Starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time, we'll have a live business overview with our CEO and founder, David Rutz, leading that. And then at 9 p.m., he'll be doing training tomorrow night. Harlequin, did he mention what he's training on today? If he did, I missed it.
I'm not positive, but I think it might be the getting started.
Maybe he just said we're going to be doing training. So plug in and be there tomorrow. Bring some guests at 8 p.m. to take a look at our opportunity. And then if they like what they see, encourage them to stay around for the 9 p.m. training. Okay. And let's see, we got more folks in the waiting room. There they come. All right. So tomorrow, first Tuesday, come if you can. I want to remind everyone, we've got our 7-level bump up qualification that is time sensitive. If you started on or before May of last year, you only have until the end of next month to get qualified for this 7-level bump up. Don't worry. If you started after May of last year, you have 12 months, your 12-month anniversary, whatever that date is, 12 months from the date that you signed up. But this 7-level bump up qualification, David announced this extra bonus incentive last year. And that's where that start date was from May of last year moving forward for those of us that were already here. And then anybody that came in after that, again, it's your 12-month anniversary. What is the 7-level bump up? Well, it's an extra incentive that allows you to earn an extra 20 to 25% on your 7-level residual pay for life as a DAC agent. As long as you hit that qualification, you have to remain qualified for it, but it's really easy to remain qualified when you've got residual services like our flat fee RX, like our healthcare, like our identity protection, like our residual income through payment processing. Those are services that people pay for and subscribe to for years and years to come. Or if it's merchant processing, those businesses are going to stay on our payment processing platform because we're saving them big money. Okay. So it's really easy to stay there once you hit that 1,000. Example of earnings with this bonus. If you earn $3,000 in residual income on your 7-level residuals, which is 7 levels deep in your team, compressed, 3,000 times an extra 20% bump up bonus would mean you earn an extra $600. So instead of earning $300, you'd earn $3,600 total. How do you get there? Well, again, you need to get qualified with 1,000 in personal residual revenue in your first 12 months. RX customers, for example, count as 10. 100 RX customers would get you there. Or if you had 25 healthcare customers, you'd get there with 40. However, right now, healthcare is not going to get you started on that date by May 31st. Reason being, anybody that you don't already have signed up on healthcare, if you talk to somebody today about healthcare, their earliest start date would be May 1st. And if they start May 1st, you're not actually going to see them in the system until the following month in June. So I encourage you to go get those healthcare customers, but they're not going to count for qualifications at this late stage of the game unless you've already got them in the system, okay? But all volume counts. And again, I did a training on this yesterday, and I want to make sure that you guys go watch it. I'll give you that link in a minute. It covers more in detail on how you qualify for that. But before I go to that, I want to remind you that we have a promotion going. Many of you already have applicants that started this funding application before the end of the day yesterday. Okay. That means that you have until this coming Friday for them to get funded. So the reason I'm pointing this out tonight, if you received an email saying, congratulations, Bank Breezy application started, go back and be diligent about following up with those people that applied to make sure that they are getting their documents in, that they're following up on any communication from the funding team, because them getting funded by this Friday means that you get paid an extra commission in the pay plan. So if you're at 4%, you get paid 6%. If you're at 6, you get paid 7. If you're at 7, you get paid 8. Okay, so that's a really big deal. So follow up on that. Excuse me. All right, so tonight I just want to get some thoughts from you. You don't have to answer out loud. You don't have to raise your hand. But I want you to think about why you're here. What was it with DAC that got you to go in and fill out your information to get started or hit the join now button to get started? What was that? Were you looking for some extra income? Were you looking for early retirement or additional income to supplement your retirement? Are you looking to walk away from a job that you're really not happy with? Are you unemployed and you're just looking for income, period? Are you looking to move out of the house that you're in to get into a better house, a better neighborhood with better schools for your family? Are you looking for just something that you can do to help and give back to your local community? Whatever it is that brought you here with DAC, guys, you got to understand, we only do 2 things really, well, 3. One, we go get personal customers, and personal customers is really where your business starts. Okay. Getting personal customers. That's the number 1 thing that we do. The second thing we do is introduce the business to other people so that we can grow our distribution network of people that are going to go get customers, right? So everybody that signs up as an affiliate with David Allen Capital needs to go get customers. If we have a bunch of people that join the business and all they want to do is recruit a bunch of people, but nobody's getting customers, guess what? Nobody is making money. And none of your local community are reaping the rewards and benefits of being able to save money on our flat fee RX, or being able to save money and get a better healthcare plan, or being able to get that alternative capital that they might need to grow and expand a business after their bank has told them no. So our key function as an affiliate is to go get customers. The people that you know and the folks in your phone, your Rolodex, as we used to call it, they may say no, but they need to know what you are doing. They need to know that you are a DAC agent and that you can help businesses with their funding needs, or you can help people save money on healthcare and virtually eliminate their prescription costs by signing up on our flat fee RX plan. Okay. If you're not getting customers, my question is why? You know, outside of why are you here, why are you not getting customers? Most of the time, if you're not talking to clients, it's a matter of either you have lack of knowledge, which should not be the case, because we have more training content out there than you can imagine on every service that we market. Usually it boils down to a lack of belief in either the service that we're marketing or a lack of belief in yourself. Okay. And if you'll allow our system and allow our upline team help you with some of these conversations, if you don't have confidence in yourself, we can help you overcome that, because all it takes to overcome your fear in talking to people is having a little bit of success and getting a client under your belt and seeing that you're really helping someone in the process by marketing our services to them. Remember, we're not selling them on anything where they've got to buy something and it's going to cost them more just because they became your customer. When clients enroll with us, we're helping them save money and keep more of their hard-earned money in their pocket rather than unnecessarily wasting it with the route that they're going today with their purchasing habits. Okay. So as we talk about getting personal customers, we have many of you that are in the grandstands right now. You're showing up on calls, you're showing up on Zooms, and you're paying attention to what we're doing. You're combing over the content that's out here, but so far all you've done is rooted for DAC and hoping that it wins. Okay. And I'm not talking to anyone in particular. I said many of you, right? Whether you're watching here live tonight or whether you're watching on the replay. And I want to know what it is that I need to do to help you move from being a spectator to being a player and getting on the field, actually talking to clients, right? One of the things that I hear is, I don't understand how I get paid. So the training that I put together yesterday, it is a 33-minute video, and I break down, and I've done this before. I've done some breakdowns on our healthcare compensation plan, but I really put this together with healthcare, the RX plan, and funding as examples, but really taking the key aspects of our compensation plan and showing you how they all tie together and they're involved together. And if you understand what I teach in this video, it's going to give you a different perspective on building this business. And you're going to understand that if you want to build a team, if you want to recruit and refer other agents, you got to go get customers. If you want to make money here, you got to go get customers. You can't just sit back and hope that something good is going to happen. You've got to get off of the mark and start having conversations with people to let them know what we have to offer, and start asking the questions. What are you guys doing for healthcare? Do you know anyone spending over $20 a month on prescription drugs? Hey, I don't know if you know or not, but I'm in funding now. If you ever have an opportunity to grow or expand your business, I'd love to be your go-to. Excuse me. If your bank can't help you, right? Those are the simple conversations that we have, and it's really a very simple business. But again, You got to get out of your own way sometimes and just plan on having conversations. All right, let me do stop screen share. Guys, those are the slides that I had for you tonight. I don't have any additional training on anything because I think we've got everything out there product wise, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you have on training that you have visited that you don't quite understand, or again, a question that you ran into with a client when you were talking to them about something that we offer that you didn't quite know how to handle that. Okay. So if you've got any questions, you can put it in the chat, or you can use the reactions button at the bottom of the Zoom screen and do your virtual hand raise by clicking on raise hand button, right? Harlequin, are you seeing anything in the chat that needs to be addressed?
Yeah, Alita Turner had a question for you.
All right, so don't be surprised, Ellen. Yes, I'm on the call. I know you guys are probably like, oh, she pops up once in a while.
That's
The question I have is, one time, I referred someone and they wanted them to link their bank account. And, with all the scams and everything going around, people are uncomfortable about doing that if they don't know that they're approved or not. Is that still the process? You're muted.
Thank you. It is the process if they get sent over to our partners at Giggle. Okay. I'm going to open up my screen here and I want to show you something really cool that'll help you in this process. Okay. Can you see my blank screen here?
Yes.
All right. Okay. The partner that does the bank linking is Plaid, Plaid, like a plaid shirt. Okay. And if you Google Plaid, you can go into how Plaid works. I've sent this link to many of our applicants that are going, yeah, it's asking me to connect my bank and I'm not really familiar with this. Okay. So Plaid is the network that they connect with. And if you scroll through the page, you'll see an explanation of who they are, how the process works. There are all sorts of different tabs here you can click on. One is partners. Let's see, why Plaid? Maybe that's the page that has the best information on it. But it talks about who they partner with. They are the ones that connect Venmo. If you've ever used a Venmo account, the money app that transfers from your bank account to some other individual, that's the Plaid network that makes that connection happen. Also, they're the behind the scenes network that connects QuickBooks with the bank account so that it can automatically pull information and import information from your bank account over to QuickBooks so that it can help you keep up with your expenses and your profit and loss and all of that thing, all of
Yeah, I
those things.
guess, they were just like, I'm not even approved yet. I don't even why should I link my bank account? Why can't I do that when I'm approved? That's kind of like there. So how do you handle
Yeah,
that?
so the bank linking should happen after they have been pre-approved based on their answers. Okay, so if they're answering that they're doing over 3,000 in monthly revenue, the deposits and all of that, if they meet the minimum requirements and are pre-approved, then Plaid will say, congratulations, you're pre-approved. Next step is to do the bank linking. And that
Oh,
bank
okay.
linking is simply
Okay.
there to verify that what they have said is accurate and truthful.
Okay. Okay. So it's not just by applying. That's what they made it seem like they wanted them to.
No.
It's okay. Now,
Yeah.
okay, that makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, again, they have to be pre-approved, but again, this is based on what they're stating, right?
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
Brad says, okay, we're going to take you at face value, but we're going to back it up by verifying that what you have told us is accurate. So that's why they do the bank linking.
Yeah, that
And
makes sense. So it's pre-qual. They're kind
yep,
of pre-qual. Yeah.
yep,
Okay.
it's small. But once they look at it and they see the revenue is there, the deposits are there, they're not negative in their bank account, they don't have other loans out there that make it impossible for them to pay back, then they'll move on through to the next process of saying, okay, congratulations, you're approved for this amount. once a client accepts it, and this is new, Alita, from how we used to do it, there used to just be a soft FICO pull on their credit score. Now, our partners at Giggle, once they've done that bank verification and say, okay, we're still thumbs up, looks good, we're ready to do a funding, before they'll do funding and make that transfer of money, now they're doing a hard credit pull. And that's Giggle only. Our partners at Bank Breezy for the larger fundings are not doing that, but I can tell you why they're doing it at Giggle. Giggle has such a huge default rate, okay? Because they're loaning money to people that don't have a significant monthly revenue yet. They're growing business, but they're doing 10,000 a month, which means they're usually self-employed, an Uber driver or someone, you know, that's got a part-time gig going, and they qualify. But if something happened to that Uber driver, if something happened to their car, or you know, they got sick for an extended period of time, most likely they're going to be out of work during that time, which means they have no income coming in, and therefore they're not going to be able to pay back the money that they've borrowed. So they're super high risk when we're loaning on those lower revenue amounts, and that's why Giggle has moved to doing a hard credit pull before they just transfer money over to that unsecured funding. Okay.
And if they decided not to go with it, they just unlink the bank account. Giggle does, right?
Yeah, and you can actually go through that Plaid link that I went through, and if you have a Plaid account, you can actually create a free account with Plaid, and it'll show you whether you've already got bank connections or not. So they can go in there and play with that and get more comfortable with it. But Plaid is used by some of the largest banking institutions in the world. They're a global fintech company, a financial technology company, and they're very secure, and that's why they're chosen to make that connection. Okay.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Ellen.
Yeah, you bet. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody
Ellen,
else have questions?
actually, Ellen, I wanted to add a couple of things to that.
Okay.
With Plaid. It's not that they're linking, but they're giving them read-only access to your account for just a short period of time. So it's not like they're doing it for an extended period of time. And if the customer feels uncomfortable about it, they can change their password as soon as the bank linking is finished. But the other thing I wanted to point out is the hard credit pull, and they also do a criminal background check on them. That is not done until after the client signs the contract saying, yes, I want the money.
Okay,
So-
good. Thank you, Harlequin.
Awesome. Okay. Any other questions in the chat? Anybody else want to raise your hand and ask a question before we wrap up? We got a lot of good stuff coming up tomorrow with the 11:30 healthcare, and then tomorrow night, 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. So I don't have a whole lot that I want to get into tonight.
Yeah,
because we have-
Ellen, I actually had another question from somebody on the YouTube videos that DAC has on their account. Somebody had asked me that they have their own YouTube channel, and they were wanting to go and post some of the DAC YouTube videos onto their channel. That's not allowed, correct?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that because that's like proprietary material from DAC unless they give you approval. The biggest problem with that is we have agents that post DAC stuff and then they quit doing the business, but they don't monitor their channel and they don't pull down information that's obsolete. I know I pulled a video of mine down today, and as I was scrolling through looking for something, I saw an ERC training video, and we don't offer ERCs anymore. The program has moved on from IRS. So I'm going, oops, didn't know that was out there. So I deleted that video. But yeah, that's a good point, Harlequin. Thanks for asking that question. That is accurate. Okay. All right, guys. Well, if you don't have any questions or comments, then we'll just wrap up. I love it. You guys are really, really important to me. And if you're not moving forward right now doing that client acquisition, let me know how I can help you. If you're in Harlequin's team, let her know how she can help you, because we want you to win, really want you to win. And I assure you that what you're thinking about having the conversation, you're making it way more difficult than it really needs to be on asking the question to get that door open to see if someone is open to looking at our services or possibly open to making additional money outside of what they're currently doing. So guys, tomorrow we will see you at 11:30 hopefully. And if not, you can catch the replays on that. All right. Good seeing all of